Hey y'all, welcome to my 420 subscribers special. A very big important milestone. Anyway, I am a bit over 420 subscribers now just because when the 420 milestone did come around, I had a lot going on and I totally forgot about this. I've always had a little plan that I thought it would be fun when I hit 420 subscribers to make like a stoner's apartment or something like that to commemorate the milestone. Like when I hit 69 subscribers, I did the same thing. I built a house using only 69 simoleons. Honestly, house is a bit of a strong word. It was more of like a weird shack thing because, I couldn't have very limited budget, but anyway, so here we are today. We are finally getting around to building the stoner apartment. Little disclaimer though, this is an exaggeration. This is a stereotype. I know, please don't come for me in the comments. I definitely went above and beyond and really exaggerated things to make this build more fun. Anyway, yeah, don't come for me. Anyway, I'm building on this apartment called 1313 21 Chic Street. It is from the City Living expansion pack, and this is one of those needs TLC apartments. So it's got like a bunch of broken pipes in it. It's got a mouse hole that like mice come out of and annoy your Sims. It has even like the outline of a body on the floor. So I was just kind of thinking, the people who live in this apartment are probably pretty young, pretty broke, so they can't really afford a nice place. So these two roommates just rented the cheapest place they could find. It's super run down. Yeah. Anyway, so I've already finished furnishing that little teeny tiny bathroom in there. I didn't want it to be too nice. Again, I want this to be like a cheapo, terrible apartment, but I made sure to add just like some posters on the wall and a big mirror so that, these people can stare into the mirror and contemplate life and the meaning of things and whatever. Anyway, I'm also almost done furnishing the kitchen at this point. The layout may look a little weird in that the stove is sort of standing all on its own against a wall with no other appliances, but that is actually inspired by my fiance's old apartment. Before we moved in together, he was living in this super cheap place, and the oven was just like totally separate from the rest of the kitchen, and I thought that was really funny, so I thought I would bring that into this apartment and sort of take some inspiration from there. Funny thing, my fiance's old apartment also had a couch in the kitchen because they had no room for the couch in the living room because his roommate, who is like an amazing artist, had just filled the living room completely to the brim with different paintings and canvases and stuff. So they eventually had to move their couch into the kitchen because there was no space. But anyway, this kitchen has come together now. You've probably noticed I used the cheapest appliances, the ones that came with City Living that are like more run down and stuff. Same with the counters, they're like older. I had a bunch of trash from Eco Lifestyle and other debug catalogs. I really wanted to make this place just like so messy. So if you are gonna play in this apartment, which I haven't put it on the gallery yet, but I suppose I could, but like if you want to play in this apartment, maybe it would be fun to make the Sims have the slob trait or something. But anyway, now we are moving on into this entry slash living space. I went with beanbags here because those are the cheapest kind of like seating you can get. And again, I imagine these are like young, broke kids living here basically. I remember when me and my fiance first moved in together, we were like looking for a couch and they are so expensive. They're so much more expensive than you would think. So we were like maybe gonna get a bunch of beanbags instead. Anyway, that's not important, but the beanbags I felt were a realistic touch. I had that cute little television from Eco Lifestyle and that rundown couch from City Living. Again, just like a really shitty apartment. Oh, and then I add this little beanbag here by the window in case they wanted to like stare out at the city, at the view, and just like contemplate life. Now we are starting to furnish these bedrooms. This first one is like really long and skinny, so I thought a loft bed would be better in this space than like a traditional double bed, which is what I would normally go with. But anyway, underneath the loft bed, I added a desk, a little gamer computer. I guess the guy who lives here is a gamer, I don't know. And then I made sure he had like a little, what is that called? Mini fridge. you know, in case he gets hungry. I don't know why. He might be in the mood for some snacks. So I put a computer there. And now I'm just sort of adding some trash to his desk. The big piece of trash on the left actually interfered with the functionality of the computer, so I do have to delete that. But I think that was the only change that I had to make in this whole apartment after playtesting it. I brought the land grabs over here, which I think is kind of funny. They were a little out of place in this apartment, but I don't know, they were just the first family that I thought of, so I moved them in here and had them test everything out, and it all works. Oh, and I added the bubble machine there to that lonely little beanbag by the window, because I realized, like, how can I make a stoner apartment and not include the little bubble blowing machine? And I did size it down once just because I feel like it's huge for no reason. It's like a massive item. So I sized it down once because I felt like it just fit better in the space and looked better. But don't worry, it's still functional. The animations are like a little messed up, but it's still completely functional. I had Malcolm test it out and it works just fine. Anyway, here we are in this second bedroom. I kind of thought it would be fun if this second roommate was an artist. Not gonna lie, kind of taking inspiration from my fiance's roommate from before. But yeah, I just grab an easel, I grab all of these sketches that I can find from the base game and from high school years and just kind of like splatter them all over the wall like this big collage of drawings. I even get some canvases. Some of those are from Eco Lifestyle. And I was trying to pick like the swatch that a stoner would be most likely to paint, if that makes sense. And I just went with like the forest. I don't know. It just felt right to me. And then I add some blank canvases as well from base game. And then I didn't add a dresser in this room because a lot of the space was taken up by all of these canvases. So I just added a mirror and those hanging hoodies. But it's still functional, you know, the mirror is functional and the hanging hoodies give the illusion that this person owns clothes. Anyway, thank you so much to all 420 of you, 420 plus now. This is like my favorite thing to do, so honestly, I really, really appreciate that you guys are watching, and just thank you so much. Love you, bye.